Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Allen. I am the horror expert, and I am joined by the one, the only, Matthew Walker.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I am the superhero and sci-fi expert. Well, the only one that is here of the two.
And I am also joined by the one and only, thank God, John Thompson.
Hello, I am John Thompson, the action and animation expert. What's up?
I already screwed up the thing that I was going to do. I was going to say, yeah, we're just going to leave Dylan's mic unplugged the whole thing. He's just going to sit there and be silent. Yeah, I've already screwed that up.
Everyone, slow clap for Matthew.
Good job, Matthew. Good
Even
job.
slow clapping, you can't clap in tune with each other.
No. Not my fucking tempo!
It never was.
Please, do you get the reference though, John?
I think I do, but
Whiplash?
I need to watch that. I heard it's good.
Come here,
So
I'll
him-
do the Rusher Dragger example.
Him and Dylan both haven't seen it yet, then.
All right, that's our next movie night.
Yes.
It has to be.
Okay.
That, I know it's going to be two vastly different genres, but Whiplash and Late Night with the Devil are two essentials, and neither of them have seen either of them.
Right.
No, I'm not watching right now with the devil.
It's not. It's no. It's something that you will actually enjoy. I'm not trying to lead you astray on that. It is the type of horror movie I think you would appreciate.
Yes. I'll agree.
As long as I'm only watching it with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not funny like Scream, but there is some humor to it.
Yes.
But I think you will enjoy it.
I would say it's a horror comedy.
Yeah.
A lot looser on the comedic elements, but
We
the
honestly
first-
think you will enjoy it.
yes.
All right. All right.
So what do we got in today's topic?
Well, Mr. Walker, congratulations. You're just a hair under 100.
Shut up.
So, hey, don't you laugh. You're 105.
I'm not quite there yet.
Oh, you're older.
Well, we're getting close to 30, so.
Whoa, we're halfway there.
Whoa,
Whoa, he's 210.
Mr. 209. Anyway. Anyway, previous episode, we spoke of the epic sci-fi movies.
Yes.
Tonight, or this morning, whenever you are watching and listening to this, we will be discussing epic horror movies and drama, I believe.
Yes, and drama.
And I can't wait to dig into it.
And I think there's something else next week you're excited for.
There is something else next week that I'm very excited for. Everybody here, every single host has been able to nerd out about something, except for me. Next week is my week. We've got our Star Wars nerds, our Interstellar nerds. We've got our action movie nerds.
You mean Frozen nerds?
We don't discuss that. We don't want to get John in too much trouble.
Good.
Now, y'all finally get to hear from the Star Trek nerd.
All right.
I can't wait.
It's going to be
cannot wait to dig into it. And I'm glad that you're doing your rewatches, which is not going to be covered in this episode. John, I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
good. Yeah, you're done, aren't you?
I only got 3 more to go, and that
Okay,
is the
remakes,
Paramount
yeah.
reboot movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, you're being kind of quiet over there, buddy. Eager to hear your thoughts, too, though. Garrett is invisible today. Yes. We had the same thought at the same time.
Okay.
That was good.
That's
that
why
was
I
good.
love you, man. That's
That's-
great.
That was good.
Or is he a vampire? He can't be caught on film.
That would suck. I was going to do another vampire pun, but I didn't think it would count. That's 2, Dylan. That's 2.
Yeah. But what I was going to say about the Star Trek thing, I'm amazed I was able to make it past 10 movies, which I'm amazed I was actually able to do that, and I'm amazed I only got 3 more to go.
Yeah, I'm on Nexus 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say any thoughts on them, though, till next week.
Yeah.
Me neither.
How much can I nerd out next week?
Is that a challenge?
Oh, yeah.
You're challenging yourself.
Yeah. I think that I can nerd out more over Star Trek than any of you guys can nerd out over Star Wars.
I don't know. Dylan might fight you on that.
Well, he can fight, but he's not going to win.
And
Set up a wrestling ring in the backyard.
He ain't winning in a wrestling match.
no, he
We'll,
won't.
we'll,
No,
we'll
he
dress him
won't.
up in a Jedi robe, and we'll dress you up in a Star Trek uniform, and then we'll have you wrestle.
Oh man.
You know, I'm down.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would make some good.
You hear that, Dylan? Next year, not only do you have a badass lightsaber duel, you're going to have a wrestling match.
Honestly, that's content for Patreon.
It really is, though.
Or should we make that a pay-per-view?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, you said you got some movie news.
I do, but first I just want to say one thing to Dylan, since we are now going to have a wrestling match. If you are dumb enough to go one-on-one with the fat one, I hope you bring a casket, because I'm going to bury your ass. You like that one?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Good.
And I would bet all my money that you would win the wrestling match. So there you go.
Smart man. Yes, I do have some movie news. All projects that are being worked on over the rest of this year as well.
Ignore me.
Ignore the fact that you just totally botched that.
No more water bottle tricks, please.
Nobody saw that. It was not caught on film.
That's a lie.
You are just imagining things.
Anyway,
Yeah, keep going.
so we are doing at least 2 short films this year and a feature-length film. We're actually tomorrow, which today is Saturday the 11th.
Yep.
Tomorrow is Sunday the 12th, is whenever we're filming. I'm not going to say which scene, but a scene from Sister Sullivan, which will be used for the Indiegogo campaign.
We're just jumping ahead today because of Mother's Day tomorrow, so nobody has to record on Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't be here. I'll be at Holiday World.
Keep bragging. So, we are filming Sister Sullivan, which is the sequel to The First Harvest. And whenever I say that y'all want to jump on the hype train for this, you really do. I have some surprises in store. I have a couple of pretty cool cameo scenes in the works for the movie. And it's just going to be a bloody fun time. June 7th is when the Indiegogo goes live. When Indie goes live. That didn't work out so well. Anyway.
No, it didn't.
Anyway, June 7th, Sister Sullivan campaign on Indiegogo. It is imperative that we get donations on day one. So, whenever it goes live, hop on Indiegogo, find it, and donate. And of course, we'll put it on all of our socials.
Yep.
Now, the first short film that is on the recording schedule is actually one that I wrote about a year ago. It's called No Paradise.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's called No Paradise. It's about a recently separated father who moves into a new house with his daughter. And as people do in horror movies, they moved into a haunted house.
Of course it does.
So,
Is it haunted by John?
Shut up.
you know, I think that they would have left after the first night if that was the case.
Could you just see John trying to be a ghost and trying to haunt people?
I actually would be on board with that. I actually would like to play a ghost, yes.
That would be hilarious.
You know, I would be. That actually would be funny because I'm a nice guy, so I would like to be a ghost. Sure, why not? What do you give me
He
that look
is.
for?
He is.
You're giving me that strange look.
He's literally looking at me.
Well,
Looking lovingly in each other's eyes.
So anyway, No Paradise is going to star myself, Hadley Skinner, who is the daughter of Caitlin Skinner. It is also going to star Mary Rose Pozick, and it will feature Caitlin as the apparition, and then a gentleman by the name of Phil Taylor as the ghost. It is going to be directed by Caitlin, and Angela Grimm will be first AD for it. It's going to be a really good short film. It's going to be really good.
The Skinner one, that really surprised me. That's really cool.
Mhm.
Wow.
Next up in August, I almost said October. In August, we are filming This Cold Black, which is, again, another short film that I initially started a year ago, and I recently finished rewriting with Holly Anspaugh, who's starring in it. I have casting news for it. And I'm really excited about this because she has been making a massive name for herself in indie film. So, of course, it's going to star Holly Anspaugh. It's going to co-star Brett Hopkins, who is another fantastic actor. And joining the cast in the role of Alexis is Magdalena Conway, who has been in indie horror hits such as Attack of the Corn Zombies, Desperate Souls, a plethora of other things. So I'm really excited to get This Cold Black filmed. I think that everybody is going to love it. It is also, it's some of the most twisted material that I've written. And I'm so grateful to Holly for
Nice.
helping me write it.
Get on the hype train for both of them. Woo woo.
I think after you're done with your news, I should drop the other news I mentioned earlier.
Pray tell.
Oh, you're good now?
I can revisit if necessary.
So, everybody knows I love Twister.
No.
You don't say.
So,
Did you know?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know.
Hey, how many times have you seen it this year?
4?
Within the last 2 years?
30?
How many?
30?
I thought the number was gonna be higher than that, honestly.
No, that's Paul with Scream 6.
Yeah.
But which is fair because Scream 6 is great. It is fantastic.
Do you know how many times I've watched it?
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna try to play the little Price is Right thing. Okay. 60? It was more than that?
Let's have another guess.
Okay, is it higher or lower?
Just take another guess.
Okay, 70.
I'm going to give you one more guess. If you get it right, I'll let you be on set one of the filming days.
Oh my. So I had to get exactly right?
Within 5.
Within 5. Oh, okay.
There's
Is
no
that
way-
fair?
Yeah, there's no way he's getting this.
That would be amazed if I actually can. I don't know if I should go lower or higher. Ah, man. I'm probably not gonna get this. Okay. 85.
Can you take me higher? What's the exact number?
The exact number is, if my recent rewatch calculation is correct, 173.
Oh my gosh.
Look, okay, the first week that it was out, I went to see it in theaters like 10 times, I think, because I was going with different people. Whenever it came out on Blu-ray and streaming, there was one day my client wanted to watch it like 2 times in one day. Then he wanted to watch it like 3 times in one day.
You weren't complaining.
Not really. I think it's a great movie. I have, of course, done a few rewatches.
A few, yeah.
Well, darn. That would have been nice if I'd been part of it. Oh well.
So, yeah, Twister. They will not be main episodes. They will be specials leading up to it.
Ooh, okay.
A 3-part episode called The Suck Zone.
I'm intrigued.
You're gonna love week 1.
Okay.
Week 1 is watching and ranking and reviewing the Sharknado movies.
Oh gosh.
Week 2 will
The Pooniverse.
no, this is tornado movies.
Well, I mean, I was gonna make a joke. I'll keep it to myself.
Next week, I'm gonna compile a list of tornado movies to watch for us to watch, rank, and review.
Okay.
And then the third week will obviously be discussing Twister and reviewing Twisters, which
Okay.
will be a main episode though.
I still don't understand the Whopper Sharknadoes. I still don't get it.
You will understand. You will.
Although your movie taste is interesting, so
Interesting is an understatement.
yeah, it is.
You're right. Matthew actually has good taste in movies, aside from Interstellar, of course.
Oh,
I will
ouch.
shit on that movie until I die.
Until you watch it and actually enjoy it.
If he wishes.
Good luck with that. I have agreed to watch it with Matthew.
I'm not surprised.
And guess what, John? I am a man, which means I honor my word when I say I'm going to watch something.
Oh, he's talking about you, Pooh.
Getting back to the subject
You,
here.
you will watch Blood and Honey with me.
No, I will not.
You
Nope.
will.
Uh-uh.
You will.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Don't degrade chickens like that.
Oh!
Be careful what you wish for.
I wish for you to honor your word and watch Blood and Honey with me and
the word
Dylan.
is in the trash. I'm never going to watch it. I made that promise to the viewers
Actually,
and listeners.
Matthew threw out his trash already. It's not in the trash.
I don't believe that. Guys, I promise you, I'm not watching Blood and
He's
Honey.
watching it.
No, I will
He
not.
is.
I'm going to continue to back up, so thank you. Next subject.
Everybody comment on this video. John watched Blood and Honey.
Yes.
No, that will never happen.
It will.
Nope.
And the longer you postpone it, whenever we do finally get you to watch it,
The
you're
more
also
of them
going
you
to have to watch. You're also going to have to watch the second one.
Guys, I'm not watching it.
Yes, you
It's
are.
not going to
Yes.
happen. Just
Yes, it
stop
is.
with that. Stop. You're begging.
I'm not begging.
Yeah, you are.
I am telling you.
I'm not watching it at all.
I'm not asking.
Okay.
I'm not watching it.
What movies have you seen this week?
Thank God, get through that.
Well, in a few weeks, John will be saying Blood and Honey.
No,
But,
no.
Yes. I really only watched a couple things this week. Well, I take that back. I did watch 3. The first thing is The Witch. Again, classic movie. I think it's an essential movie for anyone who wants to get into horror or anyone who already loves horror. Great movie. The ending is quite dark for my taste, but I understand why some people enjoy it. I would probably say it's a 4.5 out of 5 for me. I can't remember what I put it on Letterboxd. I also rewatched Late Night with the Devil again. It's not going to get up to Scream 6 numbers probably because it has a certain, what's the right word? There's a certain atmosphere to it that is more disturbing to me.
Yeah.
So it's not one that I'm going to be able to rewatch as much as I rewatch the Scream movies. But I still enjoy it.
Right.
And then today, we watched The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
It is a classic to me. It is an absolute classic in the comedy genre. I love it. 5-star for me. Steve Carell is hilarious. Seth Rogen is hilarious. Paul Rudd is hilarious. I just love the movie. It's great. That's pretty much all I have to say.
He's doing that look because I assume you
I
didn't
also-
care for it.
I have done. I'm starting to rewatch Prison Break, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. And I also have watched episode 2 of The Chosen. From Late Night to the Devil, all the way down to The Chosen.
What a combination.
Right? And yeah, that's pretty much that.
I've been wanting to watch The Chosen.
It's good.
You should choose to watch it.
Yes.
That's a good one. Because yeah, it's been a lot of hype and positivity for The Chosen.
When
I'm
season
not
4 drops, we're
curious.
going to review it. When season 4 is over.
Okay,
Mhm.
nice.
So I'm going next.
Yeah, you go next. Yeah.
Okay. I rewatched Safety Not Guaranteed, which is an indie time travel movie starring Aubrey Plaza. It's kind of like a romantic comedy, but it's a time travel movie. It's pretty good. 5 stars. I watched The Big Lebowski for the first time. It's hilarious. Real quick, guy steps over they're bowling. Guy steps over the line, and he's like, "That's 8 points." John Goodman character is like, "No, that doesn't count. You stepped over the line." They get into arguing. John Goodman pulls out a gun and says, "Unlike Vietnam, there are rules here." It's just kind of unhinged performance, and it's really good. Rewatch Venom, still great. I watched Ex Machina for the first time. We got in a load of Blu-rays at work the other day, and this was a one I had not seen. That was a like hard sci-fi movie, which is like the more scientific-based sci-fis. It was really good. Alicia Vikander, Oscar Isaac. It was nice seeing Oscar Isaac in a villain role too. 5 stars. I watched The Witch. I told Paul this isn't scary at all, and then it got to the last 10 minutes, and I ate my words.
Oops.
It was very well done though. 4.5 stars. Watched the first 3 Star Trek movies in my watch, and then watched the 40-Year-Old Virgin with Paul. Wasn't the biggest fan. It was funny, but not my thing.
I didn't think
It
so.
takes someone who either is funny or loves funny things to appreciate a comedy film.
I am hilarious.
Ha, ha, ha.
John.
I hear cricket noises.
No, I mean, what are your movies?
Oh, oh. I thought you wanted me to comment on your comedy.
There's not much to say about that.
I am the funniest person in this room.
Oh, boy.
No.
I know who's the funniest looking.
Hey, that's my dad's joke. You can't do that.
That's why it's called a dad joke.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, dang nabbit. Okay, all right.
Oh, dang, damn it.
That's one of my favorite phrases, dang nabbit.
Yeah. How did it feel to be around whenever that was invented?
What
When
was it,
that
the
phrase was-
1840s?
Something like that.
So he is 210.
Shut up, Matthew. I am not that old. Okay,
He's older.
I need to get through it. Okay, all right. I watched 4 movies. 2 first-time watches, 1 new movie I went to see at the theaters, and 1 rewatch. So starting with the Mad Max movies, I finally finished watching Mad Max 2 and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I watched the first one months ago, leading up to the new one comes out May 24th. Which, yes, I am going to watch Mad Max Fury Road, and I'm going to love it. And
Yes,
I
I'm
know
go-
I will.
Furiosa, you mean?
Yeah, Furiosa. Yeah,
You said Fury Road.
that's the next movie I'm watching.
Oh, I thought you'd seen Fury Road already. Oh,
Not-
sorry, I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right. No, it's okay.
You
Mad Max,
butthole.
Mad Max 2 so far is my favorite of the Mad Max movies. So far, that's probably going to change. I gave it 5 stars. Beyond Thunderdome is one of the more divisive movies in the Mad Max movies. I enjoyed it. I love the combination of a little bit of Peter Pan, a little bit of Gladiator with Mad Max. I like the combination, so I enjoyed it. So I gave it 5 stars. I rewatched War for the Planet of the Apes. Still so good. I love that movie. It's so good. Which leads to the newest movie I went to go see, which I had a weird story to tell you about what happened when I went to see it at Studio 10 Cinemas. And it was odd. So I went to see it on Thursday, and it had a 3:30 showing. So I went to the 3:30 showing to see this movie. And pretty much people how it works, nor on 3:30 or after that, they show the previews, and then you actually get to watch the movie. The movie was already started when I got there. It was already dark And the movie was already started. I thought, well, that was weird. And it's supposed to start at 3:30, and for some reason, I'm guessing it started like 3:20 or 3:25. I don't know what happened. So then, after the film was over, it was immediately like it ended like at 5:30. It's a 2-hour and 25-minute movie, and I missed like 5-10 minutes of the film, and no one warned me. It was weird. Like when the time says 3:30, it's supposed to start at 3:30, and they started earlier than me. It was odd. It was very, very odd. That was just weird. But even though I missed a few minutes of it, I loved it so much. It's in my top 10 films of the year. It was phenomenal. Hot take. It's my second favorite Planet of the Apes movies, just behind War and Past Dawn. It is that good.
Intriguing.
Yeah. And the reason I love this so much, and which I promised you guys I was going to review the film. The reason I love it so much is the new characters, they are so interesting. It feels like watching the characters that you love from the prequel trilogy all over again. It takes place after, spoilers, you may not seen War. Sorry, guys. I can spoil it. It's 7 years old, okay? It's 7 years old.
Garrett would crucify you right now.
Yeah, I know. This takes place after Caesar's death years ago. So now we got a bunch of new characters.
I believe it's 100 years later.
Ah, okay.
John does remember those events.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
So do you.
But yeah, the newest main character, his name is Noah, played by Owen Teague. He is a awesome leading character, and he actually does look like a little bit like Caesar. Like that could have been his brother or his cousin. But he was a very interesting character. I can't wait to see more of his story when they do sequels. Which, yes, they are planning to do more movies, which does not surprise me.
Good. It's like the Saw movies; they can go on forever.
Yeah, that's a good point there. And then you get to Proximus Caesar, played by Kevin Durant, who is a ambitious bonobo monarch who leads a coastal clan of apes in search of human technologies. He was great. Absolutely love him. The Iracha God is my favorite monkey, favorite ape actually. I love that character from the prequel trilogy. This character who plays Raka, played by Peter Macon. He was fantastic. He was amazing in this movie. In fact, every single ape was just awesome, including the villain, the newest villain. The trailer, when he kept on saying, "What a wonderful day!" He was great. I loved him in this movie. He was absolutely fantastic. The human characters. Freya Allen plays May / Nova. Now, for those of you who haven't seen War, Nova was given the first name from the little girl in War for the Planet of the Apes. So now she is named Nova, but now her actual name is now May. The human characters always fascinates me. It's almost like, okay, there's some great human characters. She looks like that she could be a great character, and she was. She was awesome in this movie. I hope I get to see more of her in the next few movies. I would love to see her more. She was fantastic. The acting as a whole is great. There was one actor that surprised me that actually was in the movie, which I'm not going to spoil who it is, but when I saw him, I was like, I recognize that guy. And he was great. Absolutely loved him in this movie. He did a great job. The visuals and the look of the movie, it's ridiculous how realistic these movies can be. Starting with the prequel trilogy and now with Kingdom. Like, can you guys tell it's CGI? Like, they look so realistic. The apes, it looks so realistic when you see them on screen. It's unbelievable how good looking the apes are in this film. It looks incredible. Like, the visuals just keep getting better and better. Like, the more budget keeps getting more expensive, it looks more realistic when it comes to the apes. Like, they look like real apes. They look like they can actually talk. And it's great. It's fantastic. The look at the film, the way the CGI is put together, the action scenes, it's really awesome. The third act finale was awesome. Not to get into too much, there is a mountain climbing scene, and it's intense. That's all I'm going to say. It's intense. It'll leave me on the edge of my seat. I was going, whoa, okay, this is scary. So that's all I'm going to say from there. What are you doing? What are you laughing for?
Nothing.
Okay.
Huh?
I don't know what's going on back there. Okay.
You don't want to know.
Okay, good. We don't know we get to talk about the musical scores much when it comes to when we do film reviews, but the music score in this movie is pretty fantastic. So I absolutely love the music score for this one. It's a must see. You got to go check it out on the big screen. It is amazing. This movie is just awesome.
Best score this year is Dune Part 2 still.
Yeah. But this one here also has a great score. So
I bet Furiosa will have a good score too.
probably so. So yeah.
We just need one track with her going, "I'm Furiosa." That's all I need.
She has less lines in the movie than Tom Hardy had in Fury Road. She only has like 30 words through the whole movie, or 30 lines or something.
Why?
Really? That's
They
interesting.
said to let the action speak for itself and not the dialogue.
She does have a point. At least for me, anyway. Because people come in to see the awesome action. So, might as well get that to a heads up on that one. But anyway, Matthew, yeah, you should always see this movie on the big screen, big time, when you have the chance. It is awesome.
Stand tall.
Yeah.
It's wilting.
But of course, if I had to give a full score out of 10, this movie surprised me that it definitely is a full 10, and I didn't expect me to say that I loved it more than Dawn. I never thought I'd say that. And Dawn is perfection, and so is War.
You can't believe it dawned on you?
There will be war.
Yes, there will be War.
He really went ape for this movie.
Dylan, I hope you're watching this. This is getting worse and worse and worse.
Did it get a rise out of him?
Stop, Matthew. Stop.
We are roughly 2 puns away from a gnarly chop.
Yes. But anyway,
You're just monkeying around.
One more pun and I chop the living
Please,
shit out
no
of
more.
you.
No more. Please. Don't you do it.
The more you tell him not to, the more he's going to do it. So let's just... That's not a pun.
I know.
Anyways. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a wonderful movie. Go check out this movie. And for those who are wondering why it's not a spoiler review, I keep it spoiler free because you guys need to see it big time. And recently, it became #1 at the box office just this week.
This is my pun kingdom.
Paul, chop him. Chop.
I'm
chop,
gonna give
chop,
it. I'm
chop.
gonna give it one more.
But anyways, yeah, absolutely love the movie.
Don't.
I do want to get to one more quick thing. We're still doing the digital giveaway for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is
I'm
right
the
here.
only one that's entered it.
Yeah, I know. What's wrong with you guys? Don't you want Spider-Man?
Yes, that's why I entered it.
I seen as of right now. I don't know if that quotes him, which honestly that's kind of weird because did you already have the movie?
No, if nobody else enters, Paul can have it. Yeah.
That's a good
It
point.
automatically forfeits.
That's a good point. I think I saw 2 shares so far on Facebook.
They had to comment.
They had to comment first and then share.
Okay.
And one of the shares was me, and I think the other one was Paul.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was me sharing it so people would see it.
Mhm.
Okay. So for all you people listening, what are you waiting for? Comment #Miles Morales so you can have the digital copy of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's awesome.
If not, it forfeits to Paul.
Yeah, exactly. It can
Y'all
forfeit to him.
just let me have this one.
You did say the contest ends the 18th.
Yes.
Yeah, the 18th is when it
At
ends.
midnight.
At midnight. So
17th into the 18th.
okay, yes, over to the 18th. So please enter for the contest for me the best Spider-Man movie. So get yourself
No.
a digital copy, please.
Should we do trivia this week, or since they're not here?
We can still give them the opportunity
So we
over
should,
video.
so we should do it.
Sure.
Okay.
Do I qualify for this one or not?
Yeah, you didn't ask for it.
Why was that funny?
Because I don't think anybody asked for it because we know that Matthew's questions are impossible to answer.
This
Yeah.
is 2010's Thrillers.
Okay.
I might have a shot.
We're gonna change the wording a little bit from what the actual thing said. It's gonna mean the same thing. I just don't want us to get blocked for saying this word, the one word.
Okay.
Which thriller was originally rated NC-17 for scenes of torture and references to child creeps?
Megan is missing.
I never.
Although,
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if that would count as a thriller.
It is a psychological crime thriller. I'll give that clue to you guys.
Megan is missing is a what kind of a psychological crime thriller? And John, go ahead and give your guess, and I'll say something after.
I guess I'll go with his guess too, just to make it easier. Megan is missing.
So, for those who are unaware, and I'm going to make this really short because I know this isn't what the episode is about, but Megan is Missing is a very important movie for people to watch, especially parents of young girls, because it really shows the dangers of being online, especially at such a young age. And I believe that, therefore, people should watch it. It's disturbing. It will make you want to throw up. It will make you want to cry. But I still think you should watch it so that you can be aware of what can happen if you or your kid gets with the wrong person online. That's my guess, though. I can't really think of anything else.
You haven't seen it yet. It's one of the movies I'd wanted you to watch. Prisoners.
Oh, okay.
They removed like one scene of torture, and the references now are no worse than you'd see in like a Criminal Minds movie, a Criminal Minds episode. I mean, like they never showed anything; it was just implied.
I am so mad at myself. I should have known it was Prisoners. Crap! I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was intentionally to be NC-17.
I don't know.
That's
come to think of it, I don't know if Megan is Missing was ever NC-17. It should be.
I've actually, since we got a little bit of time, we'll jump into the main thing in a second. I'm just going to throw a trivia fact. It's not a question, it's just a fact. I've told you about it. In Batman Hush, the animated movie, there are two different actresses named Peyton List in the movie. One played Batgirl and one played Poison Ivy.
Oh, right.
Golden Glider from Flash is who played Poison Ivy. And then Peyton List, who was on Cobra Kai, played Batgirl.
She was also in a Disney Channel show called Jessie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, how interesting is that? You go from Disney Channel to this one. I do want to throw in one more quick thing, too. I know you're so excited. K-Crusader finally has a release date on Prime.
Yeah. I'm apprehensive about it now. I've told Paul this.
Yeah.
It is 100% set in the 40s.
Oh.
It is a pure noir. There will be no computers, no cell phones like that. It is actually set in the 1940s.
Oh, I'm
But
intrigued.
Harley Quinn will not be the Joker's girlfriend, and she will not be funny. She is actually like a scary villain. And I don't like the costume design.
I've seen pictures of it. I like it.
I don't like it.
What? Oh, okay.
It completely takes away from what Harley Quinn is.
Let's cook a little bit here, shall we?
Uh-oh.
Okay, John, would you consider yourself a Batman fan?
Absolutely.
Of the movies?
Like, I'm a diehard Batman fan. I love the movies, the TV shows. Absolutely.
Are you a fan of the comics?
I do need to read the comics.
Are you? So you have you ever read any of the comics?
I've seen the comics, but I never read them.
You're losing your own argument on this one because you have a fatal flaw with your argument.
Why?
Harley Quinn started from the animated series. She was originally a TV character, not a comic character.
She's in the comics now.
Yes, but she started on the animated series.
Okay,
That was
well,
her first appearance.
still. source material does not dictate that this is a good design.
Right, because she still had the classic red and black in the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
That was her first appearance design. There should still be some scheme of red and black, even if it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that you want to say, or I can respond to it, or
Respond if you wish,
okay?
at your own risk.
I mean, I'll definitely say this. Yes, the Harley Quinn design is definitely different than the Harley Quinn that I watched with Batman the Animated Series, and I assumed she was in Batman Beyond. I assumed. So, absolutely.
She was in Return of the Joker, the movie.
That's right, which I love that one. But honestly, anything they do different with Batman, I will watch it. So, that's my take on it.
I'll watch it too, but what we're saying is the design is not good. Even if they switch her design, every single design has been some equivalent of a red and black costume. This is
Okay.
totally different. And they're changing the core element.
Mhm.
Even with the different costumes, Harley Quinn has always been a comic relief. And this Harley Quinn's going to be a psychopath. More like the Riddler was in the Batman.
Right.
Or the Joker in the Dark Knight. It's going to be more scary
Yeah.
than comedy. And that is not Harley Quinn.
Okay.
More like Harley Quinn.
Hey.
I'm proud of that one.
But of course, any project anything from Batman, of course, I'm not gonna give it a chance. I'm excited to watch it.
I'm going to watch it. I'm just not saying I'm going to enjoy it. Right now, I'm less excited than I was.
Well, we'll see how it goes when it comes out.
We will be reviewing it.
Yeah. August
First.
1st.
It's not that hard to guess. It's the first day of the month.
Well, I knew it was August. I just forgot the day it was.
How can you forget the first? It'll be different if it was like the 18th or 17th or something. It was the first.
It's just part of his old age.
Yeah, it's dumb. He's forgetting things now.
Don't make me spit out my Drake.
Don't make Paul start screaming lyrics.
But anyway, anyway, Craig or Say a review coming soon. Stay tuned.
I think we should get to our main subject. Do we want to start with drama or horror?
Horror.
Okay, do you want to lead us?
I am down.
The sound of silence.
My mic was wiggly.
Oh,
So, first, I think it's important to set parameters for what makes a movie epic. I feel like that is almost subjective to each genre because the expectations for one genre are different from another. So, what dictates an epic sci-fi movie may not dictate an epic horror movie.
Right, sci-fi is more grand scale.
Yeah. You could even argue cinematography.
Right, horror movies are usually more contained.
Yes. For horror, I feel like it might be a little bit looser than that. I do think that story would dictate a lot of it. If it's a big, large scale story, I feel like it would have to unite the different characters from all across, even background characters you might not think of. So to start it off, and this is going to piss people off, I would say Halloween Ends. Have you seen it?
no, I've never seen it. I'm just saying that that's more one of the divisive ones of the Halloween
It
movies.
is.
So
It is, and I understand
that's
that.
Interesting.
And I've been on both sides of that argument.
Okay.
I have both hated on it and defended it.
I guess we can drop another episode special announcement. We're going to do a ranking of the Halloween movies this year, Halloween on Halloween. We're going to drop the episode on Halloween.
Nice.
That's
So-
pretty much appropriate. So you go.
So the reason that I specify Halloween Ends, which you could justifiably say the whole new trilogy, Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, you could justifiably say all three, especially as it's a collective story.
Like Dylan said with the sequel trilogy for Star Wars.
Yes. So I specify Ends just because of the fact that it brings everyone together who survived from the previous two installments. and it unites everyone in one purpose, and that is, of course, finally disposing of Michael Myers. Spoiler alert in case you haven't seen it. My only complaint, and the reason that I could justify anyone saying maybe it's not an epic, is the final fight between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. It's not that big of a scale fight, you know? It's not like Friday the 13th where Jason fights the counselors all across the map. It's in a kitchen, you know? So that is one point away from it, but I would still say the new Halloween trilogy especially ends. I would also say Scream 6 because of the setting. Matthew's walking away.
You can keep going if you want to.
I want to make sure we're good first.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was just gonna make a quick comment on Scream 6 that it's my favorite of the series. So.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you're justified in that. I would also say the Friday the 13th movies, especially the 6th, the 7th, and Jason X. Now I could go on a little bit because I do have more, but I don't want to control the conversation. 100%.
I was gonna say we could come back to you.
Yeah, so I'll let y'all say a couple things and then.
I know you haven't seen it yet. It is technically a mini-series, but it is filmed as one long movie, as a lot of the Stephen King things are. The 94 version of The Stand. It doesn't get more large scale for a horror. I mean, half the population, about 98% of the population is wiped out, and basically everybody left in America is either good or evil, and they're all against each other. It's essentially Lord of the Rings and horror. That's how people describe it, including Stephen King. He wrote it as a horror version of Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. It's large scale. It's the battle of good and evil. Like, it's doesn't get bigger than that. Like, I feel like most movies, no matter the genre, whatever the genre, it always goes down to good versus evil. It's just a matter of how large scale and how I guess how deep you want to go into that. Like how obvious it is that like that's like the main point. You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So The Stand, great movie. I'd recommend it. I won't say anything about the remake. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. More Stephen King. It. Mm-hmm. It chapter 1 and 2. Yeah. It takes place over like 30 years. It goes from when they're kids to when they're adults. Like, that's a long time period to cover for one movie, and like, it's five and a half hours essentially between the two parts. The Stand 6. Like, those are large scale stories if they have that much runtime. Mm-hmm.
I'm really surprised.
What?
Because the one I'm about to say, I thought you were going to say Alien.
Yeah. Yeah, because because I said Aliens last week because it was more large scale. But I feel like Alien, the first one, would be a horror epic.
Yes.
More than a sci-fi epic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. I wouldn't really say any of the Predator movies.
The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
That would be a horror epic, too.
I would also say Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I can see that.
I can't say enough positive about it.
John, do you want to chime in at all, or do you have any? Because you haven't seen that many horror movies.
Well, the Scream movies, those counts as the horror movies I've seen, and also the Alien franchise, but...
He's going to say Blood and Honey.
No. No. Like I said, I'm never going to watch it.
Yes, you are.
No.
It's not a question. It's not a debate.
Here's one, John. Seen that?
What? Oh, not yet. I will though. I definitely
Okay.
will. Yeah.
Wait,
I definitely will. Okay.
if I read your lips right, did John just say he hasn't seen Jaws?
Yeah. I was trying to give him something to
I
say.
will eventually. I definitely will.
John,
I know. I'm ashamed.
the first
ashamed.
one, the
I
first
know.
one, the first one came out when you were about 80.
I-
Okay. John, these movies have been out for so long, and you haven't seen Jaws?
I know. I'm ashamed of myself, and I'm a Steven Spielberg fanatic. I know.
I don't think you can claim that anymore.
Hey, I
Mercy,
haven't-
mercy, mercy.
Hey, I haven't seen every single Spielberg film, so
Well, you're gonna get the chance because we're gonna do a director spotlight series too, and Spielberg's one of them.
okay. All right.
Who's the director of Blood and Honey?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
No, I'm not saying he's the director of Blood and Honey. I'm asking who it is because that will be my pick. That way you have to watch Blood and Honey.
Hey, I'm not gonna watch it.
Matthew, do you have any others?
Jeez, guys.
It gets large scale with the second one. I feel like Zombieland is kind of an epic.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, they travel all across America. They meet all sorts of other survivors. Obviously it's comedy too, but like, it's still kind of an epic.
Yeah.
It could fall into adventure too. It has horror elements, but it's not straight up horror. I would say Jurassic Park, the first one, specifically.
I don't know if I count that as epic horror.
I
don't know if
do.
I count that.
I'm the horror expert, and I say I count it. So yeah.
Really?
I mean, it has jump scares. It has scary moments. It is a very large scale story. I mean, you don't get larger than dinosaurs.
Depends on the alien species.
True. The whales from Ahsoka. The giant space whales.
I'm sorry. Whenever you say whales, all I can think of is that
Brendan Fraser.
no, it's a video on YouTube, where it's a horror movie written by bots.
I think you've played this for me before.
I have. It's so funny.
But yeah, I think that's all I got. I wasn't really prepared for this one. I figured I'd kind of let you lead this.
That's no whale. That's an underwater cop. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was gonna say about about the Scream movies, I pretty much have a hot take on this one. I really think Scream's the greatest horror franchise of all time. I really do.
It's not really a hot take.
Well, a lot of people say, well, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is better, Friday the 13th is better. Scream is my favorite franchise in terms of horror.
There's quite a few people that say Scream is.
I have a rebuttal.
Okay.
Okay, so Scream is my favorite horror franchise. Well, I'll backtrack a little. It's my favorite franchise in general.
Okay.
That being said, I do not necessarily think it is the best franchise. I feel like the best horror franchise, honestly, would be Halloween.
Interesting. That's all I'm going to say from there.
You want to elaborate?
I just feel like that. I feel like that to say something is the best, it has to have a certain level of recognition behind it and a certain level of legacy. And the two, honestly, the big three that stand out are shocking nobody: Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, like you might as well say the 80s big three.
Yeah.
Halloween was 78, but it's essentially the 80s at that rate. It's
Mm-hmm.
You might as well
Came out when you were just a kid.
Shut up. I did not. It did not. I don't know why I said I did not. I did not come out in 78.
No, you came
I didn't
out
either.
about 5 or 10 years before that.
Shut up.
Anyway, as far as another epic would go, I would say Silence of the Lambs. So good. So good. It is an essential movie. If you like film, you must see Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious to see where this goes. I've told you, I didn't tell anybody else, but I'm going to be doing like a top 100 I think I said 150 essential sci-fi films, and then top 75 horror and thriller, separate categories. Yeah,
We're gonna see how good your list is.
yeah. I will not be saying it on the podcast. I will be posting separate videos on the YouTube channel.
Sounds good.
But I'm gonna work on it all year and post it at the end of the year.
There is one epic horror movie that definitely comes to mind. It's the one that you and I watched. It was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Oh, what was that movie called again? It was that horror movie that was like Alien, but except it's not. And it's I think it's sort of sci-fi horror. What was it
Event
called?
Horizon?
Yeah, it's epic. For me, it's epic. There are some epic moments in that film. Seriously, there is. Which, you know, I thought the film was pretty good. I didn't love it, but I admire a lot of things about the film. But there were some epic moments in that movie that was like, okay, so I count that as epic horror for me.
I have a comparison for that compared to. It's still sci-fi horror. I say Alien is a sci-fi movie with horror elements.
Yeah.
Event Horizon is a horror movie with sci-fi elements. Because it is essentially The Conjuring in space.
Well, yeah.
I would not count The Conjuring as a horror epic, though.
No, it's low scale.
Mm-hmm.
No, you haven't seen Event Horizon, have you? We'll have to add that to the list. Was all you had to say, John?
I mean, that's pretty much all I got. The only thing that I do want to say, just one more quick thing about Scream 6, which I absolutely love the movie. And Cody Leash, I like him as a YouTuber. But for him to say, felt like that there were different writers in the third act and said that the third act was terrible, the third act was not crap. Okay? It was very epic. What is he talking about? The third act was great.
There's a lot of criticism for the third act for, I've seen specifically 3 reasons. The writing, the performances, and the fact that Detective Bailey ran at Sam while holding a gun. And again, I love Scream 6. I don't think I've ever seen any movie that many times. But I can justify some of the reasons that people are not a fan of the third act. I will say I think the performances are good. I'm not going to knock the performances. But the writing in parts was a little questionable. It was leaps and bounds better than Scream 5.
Okay, yeah.
And I've seen different arguments justifying why Bailey ran at Sam with the gun. You know, it was the heat of the moment type thing, or, you know, what have you. It was emotion. He still had a gun, and he didn't shoot her. I can see why people don't like that. However, though, Sam going apeshit on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sign me up. Yeah.
And the fact that we got robbed of seeing that again in Scream 7, I am so pissed about. Because you think about it, Scream 5, Sam stabbed Richie 22 times.
Yeah.
Scream 6, Sam stabbed Detective Bailey 32 times. By that calculation, in Scream 7, whoever Ghostface was, Sam was probably going to stab 42 times.
Which I'm not going to lie to you, I'm scared to death of Scream 7. I don't know how this is going to go.
Well, supposedly it's going to focus mostly on Sydney, Mark, and their kids, which I'm all on board with.
I mean,
Now, there's actually a casting rumor for Scream 7. The rumor is that they have tapped Violet McGraw, who was in Megan, to play one of Sydney's daughters.
Oh.
Now, how true that is, I don't know. It's a rumor. I can see it. And I think she is a very great young actress, and I think she has a very bright future. So if they have cast her, they're going to be all the better for it. Now, before we transition before we transition into drama, there is a horror film coming out at the end of this month called
In a Violent Nature.
In a Violent Nature. I was just going to say A Violent Nature. This is a very curious movie. It is from the killer's perspective, number one. And number two, there are some people saying that it is more violent and more gory than Terrifier 2, which is arguably the most violent and gory horror movie of all time. So I'm very curious to see this one. I'm very curious.
I think I know what you're talking about. I saw the picture of it, and it said the word vomit.
Yes, apparently someone has thrown up
A few
in
people.
a screening. A few people have thrown up.
Yeah, whatever. That was like, okay. No thanks.
But, yeah, without having seen it, we're kind of recommending it
Yes.
because it's like Terrifier 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is a widespread release for an indie horror film.
Yes.
It's not even rated by the MPAA.
Yes.
It's an indie film.
Which also, for a distributor to put it as a wide release with no rating is actually very rare.
Yes, like Terrifier 2.
Very, very, very rare. Most distributors require you to be rated,
Yes,
or for your movie to be rated.
yes. We're not saying it's going to hit every theater,
No,
but it's going to at least be in.
it's going to be
Every
in the
state.
bigger cities.
Yeah.
You know, it's not in Connorsville, it's not in Shelbyville. It is going to be in Indianapolis.
Or it might get one week in Shelbyville or something.
In
'Cause
Connorsville, no.
Terrifier 2 did.
Shelbyville is more likely than
Yeah,
Connorsville.
Terrifier
for sure.
2 got 1 week.
Yeah.
So In a
But-
Violent Nature might be.
I think that we need to acknowledge this for what it is, and that is a massive win for indie film.
Yeah.
And I hope that more indie film can see this success.
Hopefully it does well, not like that sci-fi movie we've seen at the beginning of the year.
We don't discuss that painful, flaming garbage bag full of shit.
And I'm the only one that gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So
That's
I
because
know
everyone
exactly
else
what you're
has
talking
good.
about.
That's because everyone else has good movie takes.
I have good movie takes too. Don't question mine. Come on, respect mine. Come
no,
on, guys.
I can't. I can't.
Respect yourself.
If you don't respect it, then that's being mean.
How's
No.
it being mean?
It's just saying you have bad takes.
Hey, your takes is worse than mine.
Matthew has had a couple of movie takes that are arguably as bad as yours, but overall, Matthew has some pretty good movie takes.
Oh, I never say he doesn't have pretty good movie takes. I'm just saying that I'm questioning some of your movie takes.
You literally just said that Matthew has worse movie takes.
You pretty much know. I already talked about that, but we're not going to get to that in the podcast.
I don't remember this.
No, yeah, we never talked about that.
I mean, when we're not doing the podcast recording, I told you one of them what it was.
I don't remember.
No.
Your love of Morbius, dude. Come on.
Your hatred of Madam Web is entirely unjustified.
No,
so.
it's not.
Yes, it
it's
is.
justified. It deserves
No.
all the hate.
No,
It's terrible.
no.
So.
Speaking of drama,
Oh!
Garrett is not here, so we're just going to jump on the drama.
which we've already done.
Yeah. So John is the drama queen for this episode.
Yes. We need to get him his tiara and his crown.
Okay.
Yeah, I say stop, dude.
I would say this could be considered drama or thriller. It is a very large scale, very masterful story. We're getting into mob movie categories. I would say The Departed.
Yeah.
Masterful, large scale story. Not as large as other movies, but I'd say it affects the entire city of Boston, I'd say. A very large scale mob story. Intricate turns.
Mm-hmm.
The writing is just incredible. Like it's some of the best writing probably I've seen in any movie. Like the direction, like the twists and turns. Like I feel like that's some of the best writing in any movie.
Marley and Me.
I'm
I'm
watching
discounting
that.
the end of it. I don't include that.
Okay.
But the movie as a whole, aside from that, is really good.
Do you have any more drama movies that you have in mind?
I don't know. I'm not that big on drama. What? The Godfather.
I'm assuming you've seen it.
Yeah. I've seen them all. I would
know.
say.
I think there's something good too that you might want to discuss.
Goodfellas. I was gonna say that. I've been doing most of the talking for this, and I wanted to give you all some more time to breathe a little bit with yours. But yeah, Goodfellas, Godfather, anything really mob related, honestly.
Yeah, my dad's a big fan of the Godfather trilogy. He loves it.
And if your mouth utters Frozen one time,
How could that be a drama?
Yeah, exactly. That's not a drama. That's an animation category. That's the wrong show.
it has drama elements.
I wouldn't count that though.
John needs to let it go.
Oh, now that's just no, dude.
He needs to let. He needs
That's cruel.
when it comes to his uncomfortable love of Frozen, he needs to let it go.
I thought of another movie.
Yeah.
While John's soaking in that.
Yes,
for a minute.
please.
It's on the list I want you to watch. Blood Diamond.
Okay.
It's about the the slaves with the. They have them dig up diamonds in Africa,
Mhm.
and they enslave people to dig up diamonds.
Yeah.
And it's about this giant diamond they found, and Leonardo DiCaprio's a smuggler. Really good story.
So based off of that, would you say 12 Years a Slave?
Probably, yeah. I've actually not seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
When it comes to historical movies, I would say that's an essential one.
You got any, John?
Yeah, I definitely got a few.
Before I give Paul another idea.
And yeah, which there are definitely a few drama epics that I have in mind, which I hope I do not screw this up with the drama movie. So please let it not be bad, please. Okay.
Don't worry, I've got my sleeves rolled up already.
So do I.
I mean, like I said,
ain't got no
we'll see how it
sleeves.
goes because they are dramas, and I do think these movies are drama epics, and those are one of my favorite films of all time. Core drama in particular that I find epic is A Few Good Men. There are some epic moments in A Few Good Men. It's as a whole, it's a great film. I absolutely love it, and the whole court investigation of who ordered the code red, it's so fascinating. And "you can't handle the truth" is one of the best catchphrases in movies of all time. Because without Jack Nicholson, I don't think this movie would work if it wasn't for him. And Tom Cruise as a whole should have got his Oscar nomination, by the way, for that performance. He was awesome in that film. So, A Few Good Men definitely comes to mind. Chris Nolan's underrated film, The Prestige. I count that as drama epic too, because there's some epic moments. I mean, two rival magicians of who actually is the best magicians.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. It's a great epic movie. I watched it a second time because I loved it even more when I watched the film the second time. It's one of more Christopher Nolan's underrated works.
I feel like with the large scale of them trying to outdo each other, it's definitely an epic.
Yeah.
Because it's so grand in scale of them trying to outdo each other.
Yeah. And that plot twist is brilliant. That was a great plot twist of The Prestige. When I watched this second time, I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense when I watched it the first time. So it was great. I absolutely loved The Prestige. That was really great. I consider this also to be a drama epic because it is these two people going at each other, and it's actually just in a car ride and also in any other parts of the street. Collateral, starring Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise.
I have it, but I haven't seen it in years.
Well, I watched it in preparation of the Tom Cruise film Top Gun Maverick that I was going to watch, and I decided to watch any other Tom Cruise films. And Collateral is amazing. You don't normally get to see Tom Cruise play as the villain.
Right.
And he is fabulous as the villain. And Jamie Foxx in his supporting role is brilliant. He is fantastic in that film. I consider that I know a lot of people really love that film, but I don't think it gets talked about much, honestly.
No, it doesn't.
And it's great. I absolutely love it. There was another one to come to mind. Which one? Which one was it? Um, Training Day.
Crap, you stole one of my.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Training Day. Which I think Paul watched it. I don't think he cared for it that much. I don't
Training Day?
think.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
I loved it, including Denzel Washington's performance.
His performance was good.
It was, yeah. And I also really enjoyed the other supporting character that was in the movie.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke was great. Absolutely loved it. And
You would like him in a lovely family film called The Black Phone.
I know what you're talking about, and I'm not even going to get to that. But anyway, Training Day, which it was definitely awesome. For some people thought there was that performance that Denzel Washington one first performance was undeserving. I don't agree with that. I personally think it's a great performance. So there you go. I absolutely love it. Does any Western movie count as drama epics?
None that I can think of. I don't know a lot about westerns though, so
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just pop in just one Western a Western epic, and well, I guess a couple. Unforgiven, actually one of my favorite Western films of all time. There's some drama.
Is that what
epic-
you felt? What you've known?
Very funny. But Unforgiven is a there are some great drama elements in this movie, and this movie is epic. I mean, the battle between Clint Eastwood and Gene Hackman. Come on, that is awesome. Absolutely love that.
I've never seen it.
You should. It's awesome. It's a great Western film. I recommend it big time. It won Best Picture for a reason, so it's a great movie. If I can put in the word epic, I got one last one, and that is Django Unchained. There are so many dramatic elements in that film. Like, yikes!
I'd almost say that's more of a spoof than an actual. Do you feel like that's right, Paul?
Yeah.
It's more of a spoof than an actual western.
Yeah,
I think the term spaghetti western.
that is what it started as, spaghetti western.
Yeah,
But man, there's so many dramatic
I
elements.
like
in that.
spaghetti.
I do too.
Yeah, but man,
Release the spaghetti cut.
Yes!
Okay, I will admit. Okay, that was a good one.
God damn it.
There we
go. Close enough.
We finally
Yeah.
capped.
There we go.
Really? Right into the mic? Delete!
This episode might not be up to
I don't think I actually heard that. I don't think the
You
viewers
don't
can-
need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, Leonardo DiCaprio is scary. Yikes! In that movie, he is a awesome and disgusting villain in this movie. And that scene where he smashed the glass, it was accidental, by the way. He never meant to accidentally smack the glass cup or anything. Like his hands was bleeding, and the co-stars was inside. They were going.
Yeah,
Oh,
they,
yeah,
they
like,
were
they
genuinely
in
shocked.
shock. And
Now,
they kept that scene
That
in the
look
movie.
does need to be a meme.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they can add that for the actors, and I mean that was my reaction. If I was in that scene, I would be like, "Whoa!"
He doesn't
okay.
know.
No, I know what you're talking about. And also Samuel L. Jackson, awesome actor. He's a douche in this movie. Like he is such a douche, but that's what makes the performance great. So, yeah, there's a lot of drama elements in Django Unchained, which I which I absolutely enjoyed. So there you go. Those are my drama epics. So there you go.
I'm gonna drop this one real quick because we'd be criminal not to. Criminal pun. We'd be criminal not to mention this. It is the highest rated movie of all time on IMDb, and that is The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, that's right.
I am not a fan of prison movies at all, but we'd be remiss if we didn't mention it.
There's one more that I have as well.
Oh,
And I...
you got two.
No, I don't. I just have one.
Unless it's the same one we're thinking of. Do you want to spread the op?
Oh, okay.
Two?
Yeah, I've got two more. Now, this movie could go either way as to if it's an epic or not. But I would say Just Mercy, which is it's a courtroom drama, kind of.
Is it Michael B. Jordan in it?
He is.
I've been wanting to watch that.
He is. Jamie Foxx is in it. Brie Larson. I think that those are the ones that you guys would know best. It's a movie that made me cry.
Not a movie for me.
I have to rewatch it to confirm. Then finally, we have Oppenheimer.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I forgot about that. Gummit. Yeah.
Let Paul cook.
Right ahead. Awesome movie. Love it.
There really aren't enough words to describe how epic this one is. It's a little mind-blowing.
I don't know. It's pretty atomic.
That joke was the bomb.
Oh gosh. Dylan's on his hands and knees right now thinking, why?
That's why he's on his hands and knees in front of you?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, yeah, that reaction. I know. Just keep the Oppenheimer movie going, please.
Sorry, I was on a roll and I was killing it. Yeah. That's all I've got.
Okay.
Do you have any more, John?
I mean, the only thing I can definitely say for Oppenheimer is that, yeah, there's no need to say words to Oppenheimer except it's phenomenal. It deserved that Best Picture win for a reason, which...
It will go down as one of the greatest movies in history.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which, if Mission Impossible sequel and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse didn't come out in 2023, this would have been my number one film of the year. It was that good. I loved it that much.
Wait, what? What did he put in front of it?
Mission Impossible 7 and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I tied both of them for number one because they both lived up to my expectations, and I love both of them. So I couldn't choose. Both of them were amazing. But Oppenheimer was a very darn close. I could have done a three-way tie if I wanted to and put Oppenheimer at number one. So.
I don't remember what place I had Oppenheimer. I'm looking.
Well, man, but 2023, it was such a great year. And Christopher Nolan, thank God that he got his Oscar. He should have got that a long time ago with his other movies that he directed. It was years way too later in life.
It could be worse. I had Oppenheimer at 7.
Ooh.
I had Spider-Verse, John Wick, Blue Beetle, Killers of the Flower Moon, Creator, and Guardians above it.
That's...
Everyone's entitled to one terrible movie opinion.
Yeah. If we're going on 2023 epics, Killers of the Flower Moon.
True. Yeah. Which I still need to watch that. Dang it. Still haven't
Yes.
seen it
I prefer it over Oppenheimer. I like both, but I
Okay.
prefer Killers of the Flower Moon.
yet.
It's a killer movie.
Yeah.
I'd say the cinematography is definitely better than Killers. Overall, I think Oppenheimer had the better story. Killers had was a better looking film, I feel. And that's with Hoyt van Hoytema, who did Oppenheimer, being my favorite cinematographer. I still like Killers' cinematography better. Anyways, next week we will have our Star Trek episode.
Yes.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave us feedback, good or bad. We'd like to hear what you guys have to say about us, how we can improve. We will not bite if you give us bad feedback. Yeah, we're always looking for criticism, constructive criticism. We would like to improve if we're doing anything wrong. Or if you just think there's something we could be better at.
Yeah.
We still have the Across the Spider-Verse code to give away.
Please.
You have till next Sunday at midnight. Comment on the post on Facebook or Twitter, #Miles Morales. Share it for a bonus entry. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up. We have the Suck Zone, like I said. Also, besides ranking the Halloween movies in October, we are going to be going over the greatest hits of Stephen King. doing a special on that. Some of Stephen King's best horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of other fun stuff coming up. We got good movies coming out this summer. We got Furiosa. We got Deadpool and Wolverine.
Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2. Borderlands. Alien Romulus. Twisters.
And there's some more new May movies that we can't wait to see that comes out this month. There's plenty of epic ones to check out.
Furiosa's coming out this month. And In a Violent Nature. Indie horror movie. Support indie movies when they go to theaters, especially like wide releases.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, support all indie movies in theaters if
absolutely.
it's something you want to support. But especially hit up the wide releases because that shows more indie films can go to theaters.
Yeah.
Yes.
For wider releases than just a single showing.
Totally. Yeah.
But we thank you for joining this episode. We had a lot of fun doing this, I think. It's always fun to roast John.
Especially the Bun Honey thing. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next week out in the stars where we go where no man has gone before for our Star Trek episode. Good night and see you next week.
God bless.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.